Today's tech tip from Midwest Magnum is installing a Glades Armory bolt handle on a Savage Axis II precision rifle. We'll start by pulling the bolt from the rifle. Raise the bolt handle, begin to retract the bolt, press the trigger, press the release button, remove the bolt. This is the new Glades bolt handle. Comparison. We will be taking off the rear cap. But as you can see, where the firing pin is protruding, preventing us from doing so, we need to decock the firing pin first, right here. We'll begin by decocking the bolt. It's now decocked. This is a 1/4 inch Allen. This is how we begin to take it apart. This will be the first time this bolt has been disassembled. The factory torque is significant, so when you see videos of people just breaking these loose very simply, they've already had them apart. We're going to take it apart for the first time, and we're going to show you how to do it. You want to use steady force to remove this end cap. I've read online of people saying they put it in a vise and used a mallet hitting the Allen, which is problematic at best, and some people have actually claimed to have used a torch or to heat it up, which is completely unnecessary. You don't want to do anything to abuse it. It will come loose. The factory just seems to over tighten these, but once it's been broken loose the first time, you can torque it back to a correct setting and remove it at will. As you remove the end cap, there's a spring behind this. It should be under no pressure since we have decocked everything, but it can fall out of there or pop out of there. There's the spring. At this point, you can remove the bolt handle itself. It might take a bit of wiggling, but it will come straight up. Be certain to maintain your orientation as you put on the new bolt handle. This is the top, Savage logo, set up for right hand. You may need to tap this slightly since it is machined much more tighter tolerance than the stock. So just go ahead and lift the spring out. There is a washer down there as well. You shouldn't have to remove that if you're careful. And just gently tap it in place. These are just a bit tighter tolerance. Replace the spring and go ahead and start the cap once again. From here, we will go ahead and torque the end cap back on. Typically 30 to 35 inch-pounds is much more adequate than the factory whatever setting they have used. That is awesome. Savage logo is going to show. Wheeler fat wrench allows you to work in inch-pounds for mounting scopes and other such a sort of jobs you find working on firearms, such as this one. Again, we will need a 1/4 inch, and we will set the wrench to 30 inch-pounds. We've set up the Wheeler fat wrench with the 1/4 drive to 1/4, a 1/4 to 3/8 adapter, 3/8 back to 1/4 Allen. Hold against it. In a future video, we will pull the bolt handle back off and we will install a lift kit in the bolt, which will significantly reduce the amount of force it required to lift the bolt. For the final step, we will need to recock the bolt. This is the angle it will need to climb back up over and catch back into this notch. This will require a bit of force to do. You may find you can't do this by hand. If you can't do this by hand, pushing it upward and locking it in place, you can use an assist such as wood or Delrin. But don't try to use any metal. You could mar it or scratch your bolt. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and use a cloth to protect my fingers, and I'm going to recock. And it is now recocked. One thing you may find is you need to Loctite the knob down. It can be removed. Recoil may loosen this for you. If you find you do need to use Loctite, simply degrease the threads on both the knob and the handle. This is why you want to go ahead and degrease whenever you're going to use Loctite to make sure it does work appropriately. There's always debris and oils on threading. A dot of blue Loctite and put it back together, allow it to cure. Final step is to put the bolt back into the gun. First, we're going to confirm the rifle is clear. Magazine is empty. The action is empty. Go ahead and start the bolt. Make sure you're aligned. Insert, begin to insert. Again, trigger, button, slide it back into place. Test. Perfect function. We hope you found this video useful. Be certain to leave comments and questions in our feedback below. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, and the alert button for any new videos as they appear.